We were really excited about our women's team, especially this last weekend. With Sarah Goebel getting back-to-back wins, that was a great sign for our women's team, and really we haven't had women on the podium this whole last year. So really, I think that showed promising things for our team and leadership, especially there, going into this season as we really kick-started our official season last weekend. Our guys, we showed that we're still really competitive in skate races, but we've got a little bit of work to do in our classic skiing. Luckily, we've got some great conditions and some home races coming up this weekend, so we're going to really be able to target that in both training and races coming up, and heading into our more important race series, which is kind of our NCAA qualifying race series coming up in the beginning of January. I think striding, classic striding especially, and it's a unique technique that you really have to have really good quality on snow time for, and have some really good classic tracks to be able to practice. A lot of the times in the summer, we're on our roller skis on the roads, and the majority of the training is double pull technique. So you can't focus on striding that much. We get a lot of our striding work just through running in the off season, but now that we're back on snow, we'll be able to target that every day in training with some focused interval training, as well as just good distance drills, to make sure that we can hopefully catch up a little bit in that aspect. Yeah, so we had 3 out of our 4 freshmen race this past weekend. We'll have all 4 racing this upcoming weekend. Christopher Volset, our Norwegian man, he led the charge for our team on the Sunday Classic race, and really showed that he's a darn good all-around skier. He was coming into the week having been a little bit sick, so I think really for him, just having a couple of solid races to start the season was a really positive sign, and to see that he could also lead our team on the classic side, especially where, like I mentioned before, we're probably a little bit more dominant in the skating discipline for our men's team. So I think that's going to be great to have his help leading the team in classic there. And our overall team results as well. And then on the women's side, I think that the all-qual courses are some of the hardest that we race. They have some pretty darn steep uphills and downhills, and so for the younger freshmen women, we were just really looking forward to getting them on true collegiate race courses, which are typically a little bit harder than what they're racing at the junior and high school levels, and to really just see what the level's at. For them and for really everybody, it's all about just being healthy right now, making sure that we're taking care of ourselves, especially as we jump into a pretty tough academic period, and then really just trying to build momentum and consistency heading into the season here. So the CXC Cup is junior national qualifying series, and it's really targeted for what we call U16, U18, and U20 athletes, so more the high school aged athletes, to be able to represent the central region at junior national championships in March. So we have a couple of our younger student athletes, freshman, sophomore, on our team that have opportunity to go to junior nationals. And so they'll be using these races to hopefully qualify for those events as well. For the older athletes, it's also really fun because these are open races as well. So we'll have a bunch of collegiate teams come over and race these as well. So we'll have Northern Michigan University, University of Wisconsin, Green Bay, and College of St. Scholastica come over as well. So it's a mix of both high-level junior racing in our region and some fun collegiate racing as well. And for our region at large, we actually try to do a lot of events like this that are collaborative events with both junior programs and the junior skiing stage or competitive stage, as well as our collegiate events. It makes it easier on the venues to be able to put on the events, because as we know, it takes an army to put on a ski race, And it's a really fun opportunity for both the juniors to be able to look up to the college programs and see where that level's at and where they need to be able to continue their career at the next level, and for us as college programs to see some of the best juniors coming and racing, and especially for us to be able to host an event like this and have these top level juniors in our entire central region be able to see what we have to showcase here at Michigan Tech. Yeah, so we love racing on our home courses because we are so fortunate to get to train on them every day, and they are some of the best courses in the entire country. Really long, consistent climbs, some good varied terrain, but it really favors people that know how to race the course specifically. And so not just having a lot of competitive experience on the course for our athletes being able to race on it a lot, but also train on it every day, it's a huge advantage for us. And we're really just excited to get a race opportunity with a really big field and a diverse field to really have our second weekend of racing here. Later this season, in third week in February, we'll host the NCAA Central Region Skiing Championships here at Michigan Tech. So more so than anything, we want our student athletes to use this weekend as really good experience on our home race courses, and to have a lot of good takeaways that we can carry forward looking ahead to those NCAA regional championships. Yeah, this weekend is so much fun because we have a lot going on. We have our alumni events, and really it's alumni and friends, so we encourage everybody that is a part of our skiing community to come out. We'll have social at the KBC with the coaching staff. We'll have fanfare for the actual races themselves, so get out to be able to cheer on all the athletes competing on the weekend, not just our team, but everyone. And then we'll also host a free alumni and friends open 5-kilometer race to finish off the weekend. So it's a fun opportunity for everybody to just really get involved and immersed in our sport and our community. And really for us, Nordic skiing and this sport is so much about community, because it's a special thing for us to have the trail system that's directly tied into our ski team, and to have the skiing culture that we do here in the Keweenaw. I believe we're pretty Sisu strong in that regard, and it's something that is a special part of our program that we really value and want to just continue to build upon throughout the future, because it's only going to help our performance success at the same time.